Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My name is Shelley and I'm a wife and a mom. But I'm also an artist and I make purses, like this one. It's art you can carry on your wrist. I'm getting dizzy. Let's go inside. This is my living room. It's my studio. It was my living room. I kicked my husband out so that I could have a place to paint. Because my philosophy is, if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I start out with canvas. This is what the outside of my bags are made of. So I lay it out, and I've got my patterns that I made pretty much through trial and error. Put these down on the canvas, draw the outside outline, and then I start cutting. Cut out 2 pieces of fabric, my canvas, and what I'm going to do is take the smaller pattern and put this down here, and I'm going to draw lines here. This is where the sewing line will be. This is so that the paint doesn't get gunked up on the edges of the fabric and your purse lays nice and flat. The first layer of painting is gesso. This is going to allow the paint to adhere to the fabric. It's a primer. It's basically going to create a smooth base for the painting. Smooth. It's going to create a smooth base. It's a smooth base. It's not a smooth base. It's just smooth. The way I got started doing this was I worked part-time as a muralist. So the original thought was make a handbag that looks like it's been cut from an actual painting that was hanging on a wall. We eat a lot of food here in South Louisiana, and when it's really good, you say, "Mais cher, that's good." That means, "But honey, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good." Okay, I've got my front and back sides of the purse painted in, and now I'm going to follow up with the background color, gold. Once that's done, I draw my diamond shapes in, and then I paint that in with a different shade of gold. I use a diamond shape pattern. It's just sort of a jester type Mardi Gras motif that is just kind of fun. And it's good to have this pattern laid out, and I can put the little fleur-de-lis right in the center. A fleur-de-lis, I believe, is a stalk of wheat that is bound at the bottom, and the tops of the design are sort of flowing out. It's just very French and very Creole. And I add some highlights, and the painting is done. Okay, so now I'm ready to add some iron-on interfacing to this fabric because it's a little flimsy. Stuff is stiff. It'll make the bag stand up straight. And iron it right on like this. Now we're cooking. That's Mr. Jingles. He's 25 pounds. He's adopted. I didn't make him that fat. Okay, I've got my side sewn. Now it's time to cut the bottom out. I used denim, and now I'm going to trace it, cut it, and sew it onto the bottom of the purse. Okay, we're ready to sew. This is where it gets... You have to coerce the bag. You have to love the bag, be the bag, while you're sewing the bag. Okay, got that done, and now I'm going to do a quick turn right side out. There we go. And next, I'm going to add my bottom, which I cut out of foam core board. Stick that right down in there. Yeah. Okay, I've got my liner here that I've sewn together, and I left a hole in the side. I'm going to see why in a minute. What I'm going to do is fit it over the outside of the bag, and I'm going to add some polyester braid loops for the handles, right here on the inside of the seam. And then I'm going to sew all the way around. This is where that hole comes in handy. You're going to take the bag and squish it through. It does work. It just takes a little bit of muscle. See, I've got my loops for the handles, and now I'm going to add snaps to make it close and open and close and open. closing, opening. What I have here is 2 handles that I've made from beads and wire, and I'm going to attach them to the bag using needle nose pliers. This bag is ready for Mardi Gras or any other event in South Louisiana. They say le bon temps roule. Let the good times roll with this bag.